A week after the previous IFSC World Cup in Chongqing, the boulder and speed climbing athletes are this week in Nanjing, home to over 8 million people and one of China's 4 great ancient capitals. The city has a spacious, open and green feel, and our venue for this weekend's competition reflects that. The Boulders are competing for 2 days on boulders set by a strong route setting team led by Austrian Matthias Wojcik. With hugely changeable conditions over the past week, the setters have had their work cut out but seem to do a perfect job in the men's qualifiers today, with the top 20 climbers all getting 4 or 5 tops and everyone below the top 20 having 3 or less. That group with 3 or less included Alexei Rubtsov, who was on the podium of both of the 2 previous events this season, but was joint 23rd today and won't be in the semis tomorrow. Last week's winner Jongwon Chon will be there though. He claimed 4 tops and eased through in joint 7th place. Kokoro Fuji, winner of the first World Cup this year, is also safely through, having qualified 15th today. Team France, meanwhile, did not have a great day today, with Manuel Cornu going through, but Jeremy Bonnet and Albon Levier both missing out narrowly, coming 21st and 23rd respectively, and continuing their slow starts of the season. Neither has made a semi-final in 2017. Yannick Kruder always enjoys coming to China and got on well with the boulders today, taking 4 tops and qualifying joint 7th with Jongwon Chon. It was also a good day for Nathan Phillips of Team Great Britain, who made his first semi of 2017, along with his teammate Tyler Landman. Last week in Chongqing, Japanese climbers made up half of the men's semi-final, and although they couldn't quite match that this week, they still had 7 athletes qualify today, including the Narusaki brothers, Rei Sugimoto, Takuru Hori, Kai Harada and Keita Watabe. Sean McCall also made his first semi-final of the year, claiming 4 tops to go through in joint 9th. However, Rustam Gelmanov could not quite match that and once again misses out, as does Martin Stranik. The typically fierce afternoon heat arrived after lunch, but before everyone disappeared off to seek some air conditioning, we grabbed a word with a few of the climbers to get the lowdown on the boulders.
The boulders were fun, nice, powerful, warm, like usually in China, I guess.
So, well, knowing that Tomek Oleksy from Poland is one of route setters, and I know him and more or less I know his style, I did suspect that problems would be rather physical, at least some physical problems, and they were so.
There's lots of creams, I like it, but it was very physical style and it was long. I was very tired after the first one.
The boulder number 4 was really physical. It was really physical, it was under the roof.
The route setting was great one more time.
Up next, it was the turn of the women, whose qualifying was shifted back from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. so as to avoid the worst of the heat, which was stifling at the original start time. Even at this early stage of the season, Shauna Coxey and Janja Garnbret are already looking like the women to beat, with Janja having taken her first Boulder World Cup win last week to back up her 6th place in the first event this year in Meiringen. She topped 4 boulders this evening and progressed with a minimum of fuss, but interestingly, Shauna topped all 5 boulders in the same qualifying group. An early psychological blow from Shauna. We shall see tomorrow morning when the semi-finals get underway. Mihona Naka is also safely through, having topped 4 boulders in 5 attempts, enough to tie her with Akia Noguchi, who also progressed to continue her excellent record at Chinese World Cups, along with her compatriots Mei Kataki and Aya Ono. We are off to Japan next weekend and things bode well for their team, judging by today's action. World champion Petra Klingler also got 4 tops, albeit with 10 attempts to get them, and having already made both finals in the 2 World Cups so far this season, she does not seem to be in any way hindered by the knee injury she suffered while competing at ice climbing earlier this year. Megan Mascarenhas also looked back on top form, topping all 5 boulders, as did her teammate Sierra Blair Coyle, who stormed into the semi-finals. They'll also be joined there by Stasha Geho, who's been in excellent shape this season and continued that here in Nanjing with 4 tops, all of them flashes. Monica Recchi also had a great day, qualifying 4th, narrowly ahead of Belgium's Chloe Collier. Here's what some of the athletes thought about the boulders.
Well, the boulders were special. The volumes are really different than ours in Europe. Like the friction on it is different. But in total, I can say maybe a bit too easy. The selection will be on 1 or 2 boulders, on tries probably, which I find a shame. But in total, the boulders were really nice to climb.
The style was really nice to climb. There was slab and a little bit of roof, a little bit of everything, and some volume. So really nice climb. I really enjoy them. There are quite big moves and many coordination. So it's always difficult for me, but I think it would be a good opportunity to learn new things.
More speed climber, so for me every boulder is interesting and I try to do it for fun. And if I top it, yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, here I have 2 tops.